After so much grinding, I finally maxed out all the characters. This was the most irritating experience of my life. Or at least life playing this game. Like, if you ask me to do this again, I will not. If I lose my account, I lose everything. I'm never playing this game again. First things first, let me explain what Update 3.8 or the JJK update was about. The developers of AUT added 3 new characters who are the Vessel, Itadori, Sorcerer Killer, Toji, and the Fallen One, aka Sukuna, and added little changes to Gojo. Sadly, no changes to my boy Yuta. This was to be expected. To attain these abilities, you need to fight the Vessel, Sorcerer Killer, and the strongest in history. And the new strongest of today, which is now another step to get Gojo for a chance to get their shards or remembrances. You cannot obtain the shards the original way of just rolling them in the banner. You now need to defeat the bosses with a chance for the shards and their remembrances, which you're going to need both to craft the character. This was with the exception of Gojo, but now you need his remembrance, which is another thing you're going to have to grind for. With this being said, the game has added a new system called Mastery, which allows you to unlock new moves, variants, and passives. To master a character, you need to collect items related to the character and use them in the game's order. So far, there are only 4 characters that has a mastery mechanic, which are... This is in order from easiest to hardest. It is going to be Toji, Itadori, Gojo, and Sukuna. Sukuna, of course. For Toji and Itadori, it's quite simple, as you only need 5 items for each. But if you plan on mastering Gojo and Sukuna, well, you're going to have to put a little sweat on your hands. You're going to need 5 Limitless Scrolls for Gojo, and 19 fingers and a Dharma Wheel for Sukuna. Now, time for my yap session. In hindsight, this doesn't look as bad, as you would assume that getting all of these items would take a tad bit of effort and time, of course. But not only do all these items have a legendary rarity, they also have a weird drop rate. For Itadori and Toji, you have a chance to obtain all the drops at once, even though it's very rare. And less, impossible, really. Unless you're, really lucky. As they have their own rarity, besides the shards, because there's no increment to how many shards you can get. Because you can only get 1 at a time. Then there's Gojo and Sukuna, which you need 5 Limitless Scrolls and 19 fingers. And those are all a single item. There's no increments on those. You have to grind 1 by 1. Keep in mind, Gojo spawns every 30 minutes and Sukuna spawns every hour. You see what I'm getting at here? Yeah, this system is kind of flawed in terms of time, because it takes a lot of time. Some people would say, oh, you could just farm the finger barrier for the Sukuna fingers. But to those people, I say screw you, I am not doing all that. But let's be serious here. You could farm the finger barrier until Gojo or Sukuna spawns, but the problem with that is, what's the drop rate on the finger barrier? It's very rare, and you would think that it's a mythical. It seems like it's like a whole different tier of rarity. Matter of fact, it's getting the Sukuna finger is hard on every single boss, not just the finger barrier. The finger barrier is just where you really notice that it's rare. But it's quite sad, because usually you would need 5 items to master any of the JJK characters, but for Sukuna you need 20 items, which 19 of them are the same items, so you're gonna have to farm 19 bosses, and you're not even gonna get them those 19 tries. So, time is of the essence. But yeah, I get it. It's part of the story. It makes sense. 19 fingers and 1 Dharma Wheel. But why does it have to be tedious? Why does it have to be time consuming? The Dharma Wheel is a whole different story. as Maharaga or Makora spawns like every 3 hours in real time. So if you miss one, if you didn't even get the drop, well, good luck. You're gonna have to wait another 3 hours. Bro, AUT is not my job. It's not my job. I hate this game. And to the people that say, you don't have to play this game. Nobody's forcing you to. Like, shut up. I never asked you. Quick little edit. I just want to say, games are not something you're supposed to be living your life on. And yeah, I know, you can go periodically and just join in and try to get a Sukuna finger and hop off. But my problem is, like, if you don't get the finger, you just wasted your time. Why don't they put the Slayer quest near the area where you fight the finger barrier? That would be such a quality of life update. That would be great. I rest my case. And for all of this to be a 0.1 update, that's absolutely mind-blowing. This is what a 0.1 update looks like. I mean, that's amazing, but when are we gonna get like a whole update? What does that look like? And also, where's the UTA changes? Where's this domain expansion? I'm mad. I'm mad. But yeah. Last but not least, let me just say something about the characters in general. Overall, all the characters are pretty good. Sukuna, he's decent. He's like pretty underwhelming not considering if you don't have his all of his mastery, he's pretty underwhelming. And I recently saw the Halloween update, and yeah, I guess they buffed Sukuna. They gave him 4 new moves. But that's besides the point. Gojo, since I'm more of a PvE player, I'm just gonna focus more on PvE. Gojo's Hollow Nuke sucks. It needs to do more damage. That's what I think, personally. Itadori, his kit is pretty useless against bosses and NPCs, I guess. I have Fracture Deferred. Every time I use a single move, I die. But, yeah, Simple Domain's literally useless. And the speed on his moves are also very slow. They need to do like an animation frame buff. As for Toji, he kind of suffers the same case as Yuji. He sucks in PvE, but does phenomenal in PvP. But the problem is his animation speed is also slow. So, yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. Thank you guys if you guys watched the whole video, and yeah. This is the first time I ever did this, and I'm using a script right now. And it's not really like a great script, and I want to put more of my authenticity in the way I speak about these on these videos. But you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll try to do a little bit more videos like these. And matter of fact, I'll probably add some illustrations too, like add more pictures and movements, just to keep you guys' brains on the video. Because it does get kind of boring, and I wouldn't blame you. Anyways, next video is going to be me just ranking traits. Good luck with that one.